What is up, guys? It's me, Natty Peacock. Welcome back to a brand new video. I have not uploaded for the longest time, guys, and I'm sorry. So right now we're playing some team deathmatch on Arden. I got the PPSH out. This video is kind of outdated. This is one I made. I have lots of videos planned. Just in the process of editing them. Probably some of you are wondering, why I was gone. It's just I haven't had the drive to edit lately on it, or I had a drive to make videos and edit them. I don't know why, honestly, and I'm truly sorry for that, but I didn't have the passion for making videos, which it is coming back to me now. So I want to tell you guys that I have not gotten the gold camo on my PPSH. It actually looks really dope, and I'm prestige 1 on that game. I'm really good at it, but what I wanted to talk about in today's video was about OpTic Gaming and their struggles, basically. So, coming into the start of the Call of Duty season, you have, obviously they're coming off a World Championship that they won an IW, which, if you guys don't know, there's OpTic Gaming, has 4 of the best players in the world: Scump, Crim6, Formal, and Karma, and they won a title in IW. Now, coming into this game, everyone had them as the team to beat, basically. They were the team to beat for the most part. And I was, when they went into the first event, CWL Dallas, I'm not even kidding. I'm a huge OpTic fan, obviously. I had them winning the event. I'm a fan of them, so I'm obviously going to have them. But people that weren't OpTic fans had them winning the event. Like, you could just tell that everyone wanted them to win because, what they had done in the COD Champs. I thought it would carry over. So, they go into the event and they get 3rd place. They lose to Splice and TK. I'm not sure the order, but I know they lost 3-0 to TK, and I think they go to a Game 4 or Game 5 with Splice. I'm not 100% sure. But they lose to the eventual champions, Team Caliber. Oh, so they lose to Team Caliber, and then they lose to Splice and get knocked out of the tournament. Because I remember Splice got 2nd. Team Caliber won their first ever major at that event at CBL Dallas. That was their first ever major event win. So they proceeded to lose to them in that event. And I was kind of weird. I'm like, they couldn't beat TK, but at that event, the FG meta, so like you'd run an FG42 and 3 subs, or 2 FG42s and 2 subs. And that gun was so OP that now they don't even use it in competitive. They use the bar and the STG, which honestly, I like that meta way, way better. I mean, it suits the game better just because the FG was boring to watch, honestly. Like, pro players have even said the gun was boring when they would use it. Because you'd melt people. You'd literally melt them when you play with it. Like, obviously it was really, really boring. So, so yeah, they use the FG. They changed the meta now, so I think they've nerfed it so they don't even use it. So, they go to the next one, CWL New Orleans. They get top 12. Now that, Scump had even said, that was the worst they'd ever done with that roster, period. They placed 9 through 12. And he straight up said that was the worst they've ever done with that roster, and they don't want to do that bad again. They lost to Red Reserve to get knocked out of the tournament, but I don't know who they lost to drop into the losers bracket. I know they won their pool. They lose to somebody knocked into the losers bracket, and then they lose to Red Reserve, and then they lose to Red Reserve to get knocked out of the tournament. I know that much. They did lose to Red to get knocked out of the tournament. So, and the reaction of the people, like, you use videos, there's videos you can go watch of the guys getting knocked out of the tournament, but it was heartbreaking, honestly. Like, it was seriously heartbreaking because I might have went to a game, it might have gotten 3-0'd, it might have went to a Game 5, I'm not sure, but, like, you could just see, oh, it was a Game 5 hardpoint, that's right, Game 5 hardpoint, you could just see them, they lost, and they were so down on themselves. Top 12 is unknown territory for this OpTic Gaming squad. Literally, like, that is unknown territory for them. And after that event, I'm like, are they going to get a roster change? Because I didn't want them to get a roster change, obviously, because they're the defending champs. So I mean, like, I don't obviously ever want them to get a roster change. I want them to keep the roster they have. So that was kind of weird. And during that event, the FG was not used. They used the STG in the bar meta, and I really liked that a lot. Occasionally, you'd see an FG on the map, but not very often. So yeah, like occasionally you'd see one, but it wasn't like to the point where, I mean, it wasn't to the point where, like, oh, you needed to use the FG again, because it was nerfed, like I said, obviously. So it wasn't as good, but I mean, it wasn't where it could have been in terms of like how good the gun is. You guys know, I hope that makes sense. And I really do think that it's only a matter of time before OpTic start going on the reign of terror again in this game. They have the latest event is CWL Birmingham. That is coming up pretty soon. I do think they will be good at that game, honestly. I really do think they will be good at that game. I mean, at that event. Because people are doubting them, and I mean, I've seen just from experience about watching them that when people doubt them, they tend to prove them wrong at the next event. So I mean, I would love to see it if OpTic can prove people wrong. I don't know, but I truly would love to see it. CWL Birmingham, and I know there's a thing where Crim6, anytime there's a new event, Crim6 has won every event there has ever been. He's never won at Birmingham, considering Birmingham has only ever been a European COD event, so only European teams have been allowed to go. So, I mean, he's won every event ever. I mean, like, every event that's ever happened. So, he's never won a New Orleans event in this game, but he has won in previous years past. They're going to Seattle this year, and they go to Birmingham. And Seattle, I think they've went there, but they haven't went for a long time. And I know he's won a Seattle, and I know that he's won every event there's ever has been in Call of Duty. I know that much. So, I mean, if Fate will have it right, OpTic would win this event. But, I mean, I don't know, honestly, considering that a lot of teams are good. Rise Nation just came off a win at CWL Atlanta. I mean, it was disgusting. They were so dominant. Methods, that guy, he shoots freaking laser beams, guys. He shoots laser beams. So, and then there was talk after that event where they placed top 6 in, or top 12 in NOLA, that they might need a roster change, which I don't honestly think a roster change is necessary at all. Like, I don't think it's necessary, because they're going to figure it out. But you don't expect those caliber of players to be doing that bad. You guys know what I mean? Like, I mean, they're world champions for a reason. They should never be doing as bad as they are. And I don't understand, you know, why they are. Maybe they don't know how to play the game, which, I mean, that sounds dumb to say, obviously, because they do know how to play the game. So, I mean, so they're switching metas now. So Crim6 was the main AR, which he's come out and said that he likes running the AR better. Like, he said that. But the last 3 years, Formal has been the best player, the best AR, maybe even the best player in the game. And now, all of a sudden, they want him to run a sub at the start of World War II. And MV Temp said the same thing. He doesn't understand why the best AR the past 3 years at the start of World War II was running a sub. To him and to me, he said the same thing. That doesn't make sense to him. If he's the best AR the past 3 years, he's running a sub. Why? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So, going into this Birmingham event, they have said that that Crim6 will be running a sub in this game. Karma will be the flex player. Scump will be an SMG player. And Formal will be going back to main AR. So, I mean, that's what it should have been all along. I don't know why they switched. Maybe Crim felt more comfortable with an AR in this game than he has in the previous games. But, I mean, Formal is straight up, not even like overgassing him. He's been the best player in the game for the past 3 years. And if people think that, wow, like, he's not the best, I mean, that if they think, wow, like, Crim's a great AR in this game, he is. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a great AR. He's he's the winningest player in Call of Duty history. But in terms of ARs, Formal has been the best player for 3 years. So I don't understand why they would just say, you know what, Matt Formal, Piper, you run a sub. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I mean, I am just ranting at this point. Going into Birmingham, I'll give you guys my final placements. I have OpTic winning the event. I have Rise Nation coming in second. I have Luminosity Gaming in third. Top 4, you guys are going to be surprised, I have TK. 5th, 6th, I have Splice. That's going to be surprising considering they haven't been playing well. Another top 6, I have FaZe. And then the 2 7th, 8th spots, I have Envy and United. So those are my top 8. I don't have EG in there. There's a couple more I'm forgetting. But those are just my predictions about what I think is going to happen in the event. Now, I mean, I could be way off, but I do really, really hope that OpTic wins this event so they can get some confidence back. And I mean, I'd love to see them I know COD Champs is so far away, but I'd love to see them try and do it on a jetpack game and then in boots, because that will truly make them the best COD team that has ever lived. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Till next time, guys, as always, it's your boy, Natty Peacock. Peace out.